next video. It's the next video. Because it's time for the next video. Hope you guys are ready for the next video, because you're watching this, so it's time. So this video is about cars I'm excited for. Some of them. When you're trying to think about shit to talk about on a video that might be maybe interesting, my girlfriend's dog is interested. My dog's probably licking her ass. But they all leave your mind. All day you're thinking about, God, I'm so excited for this car, so excited for this car. Ooh, I thought of one. I'll put it in this video. Actually, I'll say it now in case I forget. You know what I'm excited for? Quite possibly, because some of this is made up by me, but thinking about the future and knowing kind of directions about stuff. Update to the Mustang GT. I'll throw that out there right now before I forget. The update to the Mustang GT. That's exciting to think about. And that's all I have to say about that. So first thing on the actual list, the Audi A5. Ooh, buddy. I personally very much like the new Audi A4, the B9 Audi A4. I like it a lot. I like how it looks. I think it's a very, very, very clean design. So the interior is amazing. And if you don't live in the United States, you can make it however you want. Unless you live in the United States, then you get fucked. I'll go over it real quick what I'm frustrated about. One, you can't get cloth, which I get it. I don't get it, but I get it. Luxury brand, can't have cloth in a luxury brand. They obviously get away with it in every other market in the world. Like, fuck you, Audi, for not believing in us and our love of cloth. Personally, well, one, I'm vegan, so cloth is the only option. Leatherette, sure. But I don't even like perpetuating the look and the aesthetic. I would much rather have cloth. I like how it smells better. And I think it's just better. You don't have to option heated seats and spend another $500, not to mention the $1,500 on leather. So you can make it cheaper. But Audi A5, it should look great. The A4 looks great. Maybe the grille will even be a tad wider, which like some of the concepts recently from Audi. And a little bit wider grille. Maybe not. It won't look bad either way. And it should be pretty damned lightweight. Like considerably under 3,400 pounds for a base model. I sure hope they bring a front-wheel drive version to the US. And some of you may be like, what? You want a front-wheel drive version? Yes, because you don't use all-wheel drive most of the time. The handling differences are going to be so minute 95% of the time. For those of you in other climates or who actually use your rear differential, sometimes if you're, if you have that type of all-wheel drive that can go to the rear axle at some points, it's just superfluous and it's $1,500 more expensive. They have their competition, which they're gonna have to equal for the most part, but I feel like Audi should they have the ability to undercut BMW and Mercedes. Why not? Why not? I'm a purist at heart, so saving 200, 300 pounds on all-wheel drive, going manual transmission, saving another 50 to 100 pounds, that's just my mentality. So that's that. But very exciting car, because at the upper end of the spectrum, you will have the ability to get a 3-liter twin-turbo V6. Pretty cool. I'm not going to ever complain about a 3-liter V6 with 2 turbos and direct injection. I loved that supercharged motor. Who didn't? Oh, that's a dope car. And what's weird, real quick, is I heard that the take rate in the US at least for the S4 with the manual was pretty high, and the S5. So I'm really surprised that they are not offering it in this generation. Whatever. We want it, Audi. We want a manual option. You guys make great manual transmissions too. Some of the best. Arguably better than BMW. And certainly better than Mercedes, because Mercedes doesn't make manual cars for the most part. Real quick, I'll throw out there, it's not coming this year, but the RS5, that will be built on the next platform. It'll probably have a twin turbo V6, but I think, it's just me and my thinks, I think it should be the turbo 5-cylinder. All aluminum turbo 5-cylinder with an E-turbo, like, I don't know, like an E-turbo, like an electric motor attached to the turbine or what have you. And they put that engine in a concept recently. It was an Audi TT concept. Oh, maybe if I find it, I'll put it right here. Audi TT concept. With a 500 horsepower, 2.5 liter 5-cylinder. Wow, that's a lot of fives. All right, on to the next one. Next car. The what I can only guess should be a 2017 model year Honda Civic Si. Who knows what it'll be called in overseas markets? Maybe a Type S? Would make sense. Would make sense. I wouldn't even mind if they call it Type S in the US. But Honda Civic Si, whatever they call it in your neck of the woods, it'll be the model between the 1.5 turbo and the Type R, which will have 300 and God knows how many horsepowers is. So it'll still, rumors are going, it'll still most likely have the 2-liter turbo from the Type R, but it'll be detuned and a little more rational for us everyday folk, and just to totally take on the ST, the Ford Focus ST, and it should be fantastic. Hopefully unlike the ST, which doesn't really matter because who wants a Focus sedan, but Civic is another different story. Hopefully it comes in all 3 body styles. We saw the hatch at Geneva. It's pretty hot. Can't wait to see it without all the weird, fake grills, which they'll probably just tone down and still have fake grills like the sedan and the coupe. But hopefully it'll, be able to get a 250 horsepower front wheel drive with a mechanical limited slip differential, 6-speed manual, Honda Civic sedan that gets over 30 miles per gallon on the highway. That sounds fun. And practical. And way better than a Jetta GLI. On to the next one. The next Rolls-Royce. So rumors are, well, it's BMW Centenary. Not that it has anything to do really with Rolls-Royce, but they own Rolls-Royce. It's time for a new Phantom. And they're going to unveil the Rolls-Royce Grand Sanctuary. I'm guessing at Villa d'Este, on Lake Como, but because they always do, BMW almost always has a concept for there. So BMW will probably have a concept, and we'll see a concept for the next Phantom. Because it's been in development longer, I don't think they could have a concept for the SUV yet. I think we need to wait another year for that. So Rolls-Royce Grand Sanctuary is most likely the next Phantom. And on that note, the Phantom is dropping both of its other lines. So the Phantom comes in 4 trims, if I'm not mistaken. It comes in Rolls-Royce Phantom, Rolls-Royce Phantom long wheelbase, I do believe, for the Queen, and Rolls-Royce Drophead and Drophead Coupe, right? So the Drophead and the Drophead Coupe are finito. 2016 is their last model year, and it's because of the Ghost. The cheap Rolls-Royce that's built on the 7 Series platform. The Ghost, and now the... I'm blanking on all the models. I know they have the Dawn, which is the new convertible. That's why. Okay, I don't need to break it down. And then last but not least is all the cool BMW concepts. They did come out with one called Next 100 because it's their 100th anniversary of being a company, even though they didn't make cars from nearly the beginning. But speaking of which, they will have motorcycle concepts, so that's always fun. Motorcycle concepts are rad because almost all motorcycles look the same, sort of. I guess all cars look the same. But yeah, we're gonna see some cool BMW concepts, and hopefully I'll be able to check them all out at Villa d'Este. No, I'm not going to Italy. I'll see him at Pebble Beach. I wish I could go to Italy for Via d'Este. That is a lifelong dream for sure. All right, that's cars I'm excited about, and I'll throw one up in there is the new Impreza. That is from Subaru. The new Subaru Impreza. It should be a damn good car. They just released, I don't know, photos, I guess. Diagrams is probably more honest, of the new chassis. The new chassis is going to reduce some weight, increase rigidity like a bunch, like 70 to 100% increase in rigidity. Sounds impossible. It sounds like it's made out of paper before, but apparently that's a thing. 100%. It does make sense. So that should be a cool car. The concept, I saw it at LA. It wasn't bad. Subaru always drops the ball though and makes the cars look significantly worse than the concept. The production car looks significantly worse than the concept. Not just like a little bit worse, like a lot of it worse. Like Honda had a great watered down version of the Civic from the concept. Subaru doesn't do that. Subaru says, how can we Corollify this as much as possible? And then they do that. But it should be kind of cool, and it's only sounding like they're gonna have, you know, a better package in all with this new chassis. And we could maybe see a low displacement flat 4 turbo. That would be cool, right? A 1.6, probably a 1.5 for the Asian market. Not just Asian, China has some stupid tax after 1.5 liters. So that's why all these cars have 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbos, or are going that direction. Ford, Honda, and even Chevrolet, GM. So yeah, that is what I'm excited about. And I'll make more of these all the time because it's easy. Peace.